Hi everyone, my name is Tricia with the City and County of Denver. In this video, I'll review how to create energy meters in Energy Star Portfolio Manager and how to manually enter data into your property. At this point, you should have already created a Portfolio Manager account and added your property to the account. If you have not already completed those steps, please go back and review my prior videos for assistance. Since whole building energy data is required to be reported to the City and County of Denver, you must have access to the entire building's energy in order to manually enter the data. If you only have access to common areas or partial building data, you'll need to set up Excel Energy Auto Upload or connect with your utilities and/or tenants to get whole building aggregated usage data. For further instructions on how to set up Auto Upload, watch my video titled How to Set Up Excel Auto Upload. After confirming you have access to whole building energy data, log into your Portfolio Manager account and select the property that you want to add energy data to. From here, select the Energy tab. As you can see, there are currently no energy meters associated with this property. To add a virtual energy meter, select Add a Meter. On this page, select the different energy sources that your building uses. Types of energy include electric, natural gas, steam, etc. For electric, you'll most often select Purchased from the grid unless you have solar or wind sourced electricity. For how many meters, you will want to select the number of meters depending on your building energy meter setup. Selecting one each for electric and natural gas is most suitable for buildings that have either just one meter per energy type or for building owners that have multiple energy meters per utility type and want to aggregate their usage. For example, multifamily buildings tend to have 5+ meters per utility type. To make things easier, these building owners will want to aggregate all common area and tenant energy usage per month into one virtual electric meter and one natural gas meter. Selecting more than one for each electric and natural gas is most suitable for buildings who don't have a lot of individual meters on site and want to create a separate meter for each individual meter on site. Now I will show you how to create these meters and add your data in two ways: manual and spreadsheet upload. To start, identify all of your building's energy sources. For example, I'm going to select one electric meter purchased from the grid and one natural gas meter. Once this page has been filled out, select Get Started. On this next page, you'll need to enter some additional information about your meters. You can leave the first 3 columns as is, unless you want to change the meter name for your personal use. Now, you'll need to enter the unit of measurement and the meter activation date. You can find the unit of measurement for each energy source on your utility bills. Typically, natural gas will be billed in therms and electric in kilowatt hours. But again, you'll want to confirm this on your bills. For the date meter became active, you will want to enter the start date of the first bill you will be entering into the meter. For instance, if you are reporting 2024 data and your first bill that includes 2024 data starts on December 15th, 2023, this will be your meter start date. If these dates don't match, you will get an error message for this meter. If you don't know your first bill date yet, just add a placeholder date, for example, January 1st, 2024, and you can adjust this date later. Leave all other fields as they appear. Once this page is completed, select Create Meters. Make sure all energy meters are selected on the left-hand side of the table. Select These meters account for the total energy consumption for this property, then click Apply Selections. Now that your energy meters have been made, the next step is adding the energy data. First, obtain a full calendar year of energy usage from the previous year for each energy source. You must include 365 or more days of utility data. If your bill does not start on January 1st and end on December 31st of the data collection year, you will need to add an additional full month worth of utility data on either side to ensure you cover all days at the beginning and end of the year. For example, if your energy bill starts on January 15th, 2024 and ends on December 15th, 2024, you will need to obtain the bill previous to January 15th, 2024, for example, December 15th, 2023 to January 15th, 2024, and the bill after December 15th, 2024, for example, December 15th, 2024 to January 15th, 2025, to ensure all bill cycles are included. Do not break out bills and try to add partial calculations. Only full bill cycles are accepted. Navigate to the Energy tab in Portfolio Manager. Editing one meter at a time, select the meter name to open up your meter. If you need to make updates to your units or meter start date, select the Basic Meter Information arrow to expand this section. You do not need to add a custom meter ID. Double-check your units. Update the date meter became active if needed. Keep the checkbox marked as still in use. Leave date meter became inactive blank. Keep the selection, is this an aggregate meter, as no. Do not add a custom meter ID unless you want it for your own personal reference. And after making any updates, select Save Changes. Then scroll to the bottom and select Save Bills. To add data, scroll down to view the monthly entry section and select Click to add an entry. Beginning with your earliest bill date of the data collection year, enter the entire bill into the Start Date box. The end date will then automatically populate, do not adjust it. Select the table under Usage and enter in that month's usage. Below the table, select Add another entry. The next month's date range will automatically populate, do not adjust it. Add in the usage data for this month. Repeat this step by selecting Add another entry and entering your usage until all your bills are inclusive of all 365 days or more of the data collection year. Double-check that you have entered your data correctly and confirm the following. Display year is set to show all years so you can view all your entries. All 365 days or more, depending on your bill cycle, of the data collection year are accounted for. There are no gaps or missing bills. Cost data is optional and not required. Portfolio Manager doesn't auto-save your data, so select Continue when data is entered. Select Save Bills. If you choose to upload your utility data using the spreadsheet template, you'll first need to download the spreadsheet template at the bottom of this page. From here, again, you'll need to enter the start date, end date, and monthly use. All other fields are optional. As noted previously, ensure you have at least 12 entries spanning January 1st through December 31st of the reporting year. When determining monthly usage, you want to look for the read dates. This is the actual time of the usage, which might not necessarily correspond to the bill date. Once all 12 months have been entered into this Excel spreadsheet, save the file, then upload the file you just saved. At this point, confirm that all 12 entries have been added to your account covering the entirety of the reporting year. Again, you'll want to make sure to select Save or Continue at the bottom of the page so that all of this information is saved. You've now successfully added energy meters to your property and added data. These meters can continually be updated with new monthly usage entries as more energy data becomes available. On the main page of the Energy tab, you will now see a graph with your monthly energy use. If you do not see the graph populate, select Refresh Chart. An EUI score will also populate in the upper right-hand corner. If you do not see an EUI in the upper right-hand corner, be sure to watch my video titled How to Run the Data Quality Checker for assistance. That concludes my tutorial on how to create meters and enter your energy data into Energy Star Portfolio Manager. Thanks for watching.